From New York City, it's Wendy Williams. Today, the fabulously talented Tichina Arnold dishes about married life the second time round and what it was like working with Lifetime movie co-star Whoopi Goldberg. Plus, has Zac Efron fallen off the wagon? Micah is here with the inside scoop. And Glamour magazine gets us ready for spring with this season's hottest fashions. Now, here's Wendy.
Vacation is over. I miss you. Thank you so much for being here. My co-host, my studio audience, you at home for watching. I appreciate it. After 2.5 weeks, it gives me pleasure to ask, how you doing? Well rested, but better now that I'm back with you. Okay. The messy Jackson family might be caught in a messy custody battle. And then Chloe's got a new man for now. And Tori Spelling's marriage dramas are gonna be unfolding on TV. Let's talk about it more. It's time for what? You got it. Listen, the thing is that we have to take a spring break. Don't you take vacation from your job? Yes. I know, but to read my Facebook page, it was like, where are you? Why didn't you tell us you were going away? Yes, we post the schedule on the website. Anyway, I was tired of Encores too. I'm glad we're back live. I had a really nice, relaxing vacation. I got a lot of stuff that was necessary around the house, you know, after a long, woolly winter. Spring is here, so that's what you do. You spruce up, you know, where you live. And then I took some time to go on vacation with my Kevins. We went to Hawaii. I'd never been there before. We went to Honolulu, the nicest people you ever want to meet. And the Wendy show airs there at 9 o'clock in the morning. So anyway, one of the things that I love doing when we go on vacation, you know, is I love the water and I love boating, although they say that the 2 best days in a boater's life are the day when you get the boat and the day when you sell it. Anyway, but I like to rent a boat for the day and go out on the water. And so here I am with my obligatory bikini shot that I've been giving you for years. Although I have to say, every time I do it, I say, okay, this is gonna be the last year. Because, you know, next year there's no guaranteeing. But anyway, and while we were out on the boat, we did some whale watching. Do we have the whale picture? Which is it's the most amazing. Have you ever seen whales like close up? It just really amazing. So thank you to everybody in Hawaii. You're really wonderful people. And how you doing? I also, when we got back from Hawaii, I went to this big event for Al Sharpton's National Action Network. Everybody was in New York for this. The president spoke, our Secretary of Education spoke. I thought I was just supposed to be hosting, but I was actually surprised with an award. Thank you very much. Yes, Reverend Sharpton. The award was a Keeper of the Dream. You know, you dream big and then things happen, and you know, Keeper of the Dream. So thank you, it was an honor. It was also an honor to meet New York State Governor Andrew Cuomo. Hi, Gov. Anyway, so that's a little bit about what I did over my vacation. But I also did a lot of reading. Including a lot of the magazines, and I cannot believe that Tori Spelling and her husband Dean are really filming their reality show. I thought when I mentioned this to you prior to us going on vacation, you know, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I said to you, I read it like in the Star magazine, but I thought it was a fluke, and I remember saying to you, that if they get on TV to handle multiple alleged cheating and all kinds of stuff going on in their marriage, then I don't even believe their love is real. Like that to me, there are things that you use TV for, and there are things that you get off TV for, like handling your marriage, especially when you have 4 children. All right, well, here they sloppily go. First of all, this is gonna be good for us, but bad for their family. Okay, they already started shooting the show. Now, you know the show is going to air on April 22nd. Now, you have to understand, they are literally shooting the show as we're speaking. Even Tori says she's not sure how it ends. As far as I'm concerned, if you're gonna do reality TV, though, that's the schedule that you keep. Like, you stay virtually real time. Here's a sneak peek. It's our hot clip of the day. Hit it.
Tabloid always got it wrong. Every story you could create, they told.
That's my worst nightmare. I cheated on my wife.
I'm really mad.
I was out of control. Sex was an escape, just like drugs and alcohol.
I can never give him enough sex. He's never gonna be happy with just me.
You don't think you deserve me?
I'm well aware this might not have a happy ending.
Okay, by a show of co-host claps. Clap if you think that this show is a great idea for them. Really? Tori and Dean, I am telling you. First of all, I don't believe a word Dean says. He comes off to me as very, very insincere. The word on the street is allegedly that he does not want to do this show, that Tori is making him do this show. Well, that means that he must not have a set of ones. He also must not have a backbone. And he must not have any bread. Like, because why would you want to go on TV with this? This is absolutely nuts. And Tori, you should know better. TV is the devil if it's not used correctly. I mean, she grew up, you know, the daughter of spelling. She grew up as Hollywood royalty. She's seen people like Milton Berle and Farrah Fawcett and Tom Bosley come into her house, you know, famous people. When you grow up in a family and you see that, oftentimes kids learn as they grow into adults, I don't want to be on TV. You know, I'll be in the back. I want to collect the paychecks. Maybe I want to discover the cure for a common cold, but I don't want to be on TV. So the idea that Tori is so obsessed, which to me, Tori, you come off as very obsessed with being on TV and being in front of people and being a celebrity because you don't have to do this. And Dean, I don't take a word that you say seriously. This is gonna be horrible for your kids who date 4 kids. They're all old enough now. Imagine being a school teacher to one of the spelling kids, watching old batty Tori pick up the kids at school, you know, knowing that their life is, like, you know everything about their marriage. It's a terrible idea, but it's great for us. Tori, it's called True Tori, and it premieres Tuesday, April 22nd on Lifetime. Yeah. Now let's talk about the messy Jacksons. Mrs. Jackson, the matriarch, is now allegedly embroiled in another battle with Debbie Rowe, because Debbie Rowe, the mother to Paris and Prince, might be suing for custody of Paris, Prince, and the little unhappy one, Blanket. Well, you never see him happy. Try. Get on the Googler during commercial. You won't find a picture of him smiling. Anyway, she reportedly, Debbie Rowe up at the top, feels as though Catherine at 83 is an unfit guardian and doesn't have a good home environment for the kids. Well, I would have to agree, because my dad is 83. Although my dad is a little more spry than Mrs. Jackson. You know, Mrs. Jackson had polio as a child, and she's walked with a cane and been, you know, ill health since we've known her. But, you know, at 83 years old, I can only imagine if I had to leave, you know, my son with my father, you know, for the rest of his life. It would be all about, did you do your homework? Yes, you know, yes, Papa. They believe everything. You could pull the wool over their eyes really quick. You know, they're quite permissive because all they want to do is get back to Matlock reruns. And they can't move that fast, so anything that you're doing or anything that you're up to, you have a quick chance to hide it and spray the air freshener before they show up. I feel like And I feel like, you know, at 83 years old, a lot of older people, this would include you, Daddy, all you're looking for is, you know, weed and cocaine. They don't know anything about the mollies and, you know, all that other kind of, you know, the new way eyes dilate in 2014. I'm sorry, you just out of touch. And you don't need to be left with a young person in a living situation. I think that Mrs. Jackson does need to consider. Now, I know Debbie Rose signed off allegedly on the kids, took a wad full of money and turned her back on him. But people change. That was in a different day. Okay, then who should have the kids? Old Lady Jackson? Really? How about one of those no-good siblings? Let's see, Michael was one of 9 kids. 8 siblings, and not one of them can take care of their niece and nephew? That's what you call just a waste of having kids. Why do you have kids if they can't help you when times get hard on the boulevard? I mean, Aunt Janet, Aunt Rebe, Aunt Latoya, you know, Shiny Jermaine, you know, box boy at the grocery store, Randy, none of them can step in and take care of these kids. This little one over here, Paris, he only has like another year in the house. He's 17, he drives a Range Rover and has a girlfriend, which means he's probably... So he only has 1 year in the house. And then Paris is very emotionally fragile. We've talked about that before. Now Paris is like 15 or 16. Paris needs her mother, and clearly that's her mother. Paris needs her mother versus an old woman who can't, you know, on a cane hobbling around the compound. And Blanket needs a hug. Yes. So, you know, Debbie, while you're not the best vote, because what kind of woman signs off on her kids? But you certainly might be better than one of the crazy Jacksons. So we'll be following the story. And keep clapping for Chloe having a new man in her life. Why shouldn't she? Reportedly, she's dating rapper French Montana. Well, you know, she likes, you know, anything but white. He's Moroccan. I know, saucy, right? How many Moroccan people do you know? That's French Montana, everybody, and that's Chloe, and they're both 29 years old. Well, now listen to me. A lot of people say, and we have this argument in the Hot Topics, why does Chloe have to dip from one man to the next, from one man to the next? Because she tried to put her all into Lamar for 5 years and it didn't work, because she is a sucker for love, and that's why she married Lamar only 4 months after knowing him, because she's just lost weight. She feels great about herself. Why does she have to have just one boyfriend? Dip it and do it. And I'll tell you. And my thought about French Montana or Chloe and the game or Chloe and whoever she'll be with next week. I feel like we girls kind of can spiral out of control and fall in love quickly if we don't watch who we're involved with. But as long as she keeps her sunglasses on, doesn't stare into his eyes, understands this relationship for what it is, it's just a little thing, and it's probably over before this show ends. And as far as Lamar, reportedly Lamar is refusing to move on with his life, and he's been blowing up Chloe's telephone. See, my thought on that is Chloe just bought her new mansion. You read the magazines. I think I was reading in Life and Style. She just bought herself a new bachelorette mansion. You know, they have no children together. Chloe, if you really want to X him out of your life, why don't you block his number? We talked about that the other week. Just block Lamar's number from your phone. Lamar, it's time for you to move on. Did you watch Lindsay Lohan last night? Yeah. What, excuse me, Suzanne?
I did.
Are still encouraging people?
Yeah. Because I really like the show.
Oh, you do?
Uh-huh.
All right, well, clap if you're like her and you watched last night. Clap if you were in bed by 10 because you knew you had to get up and come here in the morning. Me too. I wanted to be sure that all my jokes were on time and, you know, everything. But anyway, so I didn't watch, but I watched clips of it this morning while I was getting my hair and makeup done. And I have to tell you, Lindsay is struggling with sobriety. And I have told you all along, I don't believe that she's been sober for more than 30 seconds that it took her to walk out of rehab and get to the place where she can cop or whatever she does. I'm telling you, I don't believe that she's sober. I don't believe that she will be sober for the next 5 years. I think that she surrounds herself by the wrong people, and she's less than smart at the same time. Now, you know how when you're up to things, the first thing you do when you hear the car pull up the driveway is you start hiding stuff. You know, like if you knew we were coming over with a camera and you knew you were a substance abuser, wouldn't you hide your substance right away? Here comes that big mouth Wendy and all her co-hosts. Let me hide stuff. Look at less than smart Lindsay. Last night, a moment of weakness. I want you to look closely. Roll it.
I'm feeling myself really tired again, and I don't like this version of me. I like the version that's like chill and like lights my candles and has my alone time and treasures that. And I feel like I'm not having that right now, and I gotta get back to it because that keeps me sane and that keeps me on a good path.
She was drinking. It looked. Do you want to see it in slow motion? Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna slow-mo it for you, and we're gonna highlight the wine bottle, because that's the kind of show we are. Roll it. Uh-huh. You think she's sober? No. At least 5 years? No. No? You think she'll straighten up before then? No. I don't. Anyway, Lindsay is reportedly telling her friends that the docuseries has hurt her chance for a career comeback. No, Lindsay, you've hurt your chance for a career comeback. And you've heard it so much that Oprah, I see through the programming, what you're doing there at your channel. Okay, so there's 2 more episodes left, but I think that they're probably so sick. In my mind, this is the reason that they're running both of them next week, just to get Lindsay off TV and get it out of the way. Reportedly next week, it's a 2-hour finale. Now, to me, that's probably episode 7 and episode 8, as opposed to stringing it out for longer. They just want to and she never wears a bra, does she? Do you ever notice when you watch that like everything is all jiggly? Anyway, Lindsay, you're a mess. Oprah, you tried. And for you who watched Suzanne, next week you got 2 hours of that. Mm-hmm. I sure do wish they had that Coachella around in Jersey when I was younger. Just getting your license at 17 and driving to a music festival. Wouldn't that have been the bomb? This Coachella was, the big music festival. It's been around for maybe 7 or 5 years or 6 years or something. It happens in the middle of the desert out in California. And it's a place where celebs flock to watch artists perform. And Beyonce made a surprise appearance, jumped on stage. She didn't sing, but she danced with her little sister, Solange. And some people were saying, well, do you think that Solange was mad because Beyonce was taking away the thunder? I said, no, in my mind, these 2 girls understand the positions. You know, Solange is like an earthy, independent, indie type artist, and she's got her fans. And then Beyonce's got her fans. So, no, I like their sisterhood together. What I don't like is Jay-Z and Beyonce showing up to Coachella. Because I'm thinking that Coachella is something where, Jay-Z and Beyonce, they just bring too much heat to the place, too much security, too much fandemonium. Like, people who go to Coachella want to pop Molly and sweat all day. They want to smoke their herb, they want to drink their liquor out of flasks, and they don't want to be bothered with the likes of like Lady Gaga and Beyonce and Jay-Z and people like that. Like, they don't want to be involved. Coachella is the cool set. Anyway, Hilary Duff showed up at Coachella, and she was with her soon-to-be ex-husband, I think. Mike, the hockey player, was that you? With our girl Hilary with a rabbit's foot and cool glasses? Well, they have a baby boy together, but they're in the throes of getting divorced, allegedly. However, they have like the coolest uncoupling that I've seen in a long time. They do stuff together. Look, she looks happy and they look happy. And right before going to Coachella, they went shopping for that handbag that she's wearing there. Yeah. I don't know. I just think these days there's a better way of divorcing than fighting all day long. And some of these celebrities that you read about are maybe the divorce is on. You think they had sex that night? Yeah. Well, they may be reuniting. Oh, Hot Topics is over? What a ripoff. Look, but don't go far. We've got more great show for you. The lovely Tichina Arnold is here. You know, she's starring in a new Lifetime movie. It's called A Day Late, A Dollar Short, and it's based on Terry McMillan's best-selling book. Plus, Glamour magazine is going to join us with the spring's hottest trends. But up next, our friend Micah Jesse is here. He's going to join us with the inside scoop on new concerns about Zac Efron falling off the wagon. Did you hear about this? Yeah. Don't go far. With the inside scoop here with the dish from MicahJesse.com is our friend Micah Jesse. Hey guys. Welcome back, beautiful.
Thank you, beautiful.
Okay, so let's get right into the Zac Efron thing.
This story makes me sad. Do we love Zac Efron?
Yes.
Okay, so his friends are worried that he's fallen off the wagon. So a couple weeks ago, he mysteriously ended up in a sketchy area of downtown... Skid Row. Okay, and ended up getting socked in the face by a homeless dude. So the inside scoop on this story here is that he was down there and, cops were on patrol and they saw Zac and a guy later identified as his bodyguard.
It was after midnight.
It was
more
after
like
midnight.
2 a.m.
Yes.
I read the story on the airplane. I know what's going on.
So the cops saw them get into a full-blown melee and, after the breaking up the fight, they questioned Zac and they said, what's the story? They said they pulled over because they ran out of gas and...
they were looking for a sushi restaurant.
They were looking for a sushi restaurant. This is what the bodyguard said.
Ooh, it sounds sketchy.
So while waiting there, they threw a bottle out the window, and the homeless people thought that they were throwing the bottle at them. So they ended up beating up the bodyguard, and when Zac got out of the car to help, he ended up getting socked in the face himself. Now, he told cops that he's never been hit harder in his life. Sources are also saying that Zac was pretty intoxicated. So, whatever that means. Yeah. Now, his friends are saying that the idea that he was going to downtown LA to get sushi at that hour is preposterous, and that they're worried that he may have been looking for drugs. Now, his famous friends, though, are coming to his defense. Leah Michelle, for example, from Glee, as we all know, lost her boyfriend, Corey Monteith, to a drug overdose last year. She's been urging him to get help and is saying that she really wants him to seek, public help and come clean publicly about his drug relapse.
Okay, well, we'll be following that story. Is it true that he never really went to rehab a couple of months ago when we said that he was in rehab?
Yes, Wendy. So there were reports that he went to rehab twice last year to kick his cocaine habit. The truth is there's a new report saying that he never really went to a legitimate rehab facility. In fact, he was just at a friend's private residence, not really receiving... Yeah, so, but... It looks like he's doing just fine. He was at the MTV Movie Awards last night. Showing it all off. Looking hot. So he looked good to me. I don't know.
No, I think he's a very good-looking guy.
He is. He's a very good-looking guy, and we hope the best for him, right?
Yes, we do, and we'll be watching. Okay, what's the latest with Gwyneth Paltrow?
Okay, so we all know that Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin publicly announced their conscious uncoupling after 10 years of marriage last month. But what we're now learning is that Gwyneth and Chris had actually uncoupled long before the news actually broke. So we know Gwyneth, right, as an actress in her public life, but get this, she wanted to be an actress in her personal life too. Apparently, she wanted to pretend like everything was okay between her and Chris. So get this, it was actually Chris's idea, not Gwyneth's, to post the news to her lifestyle blog Goop. So
he was allegedly telling her, look, I can't play this charade anymore.
Exactly.
Allegedly, just put it up there. To me, it seems like she's playing the role of what stereotypically is the man in this, trying to play it off, because I've read a lot about cheating too.
Yes.
On both parties, and both of their lists, one is as long as the other one.
Right.
So they still spend a lot of time together. I like the idea that they went to the Bahamas with that divorce talk with their kids.
Right, so they were photographed on an island called Eleuthera in the Bahamas together. They also were spotted together at Robert Downey Jr.'s 49th birthday at his house. Sources at the party were saying that they were super duper lovey-dovey, and if you didn't know the news about their conscious uncoupling, you would think that they were very much a couple.
In the meantime, that Bahamas trip was with their kids, and I understand it was the little boy's birthday. So that's kind of like a good idea. Like if you have it in your budget and you're going to be divorcing, to take your kids someplace that is a neutral territory and let them see, look, mommy and daddy, we do have separate rooms, but we all know how to sit around the pool together and have a good. I kind of like that.
Yeah,
divorce trip.
They've got Apple and Moses, Passover and Rosh Hashanah for our Jewish viewers. How you doing? And you know, so they're keeping it together for the kids, which I commend. I think it's a good thing.
So now she's still wearing her ring and he took his off.
Yeah, so it seems as though Chris is moving on a little bit faster than Gwyneth. He was photographed at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, still wearing his, not wearing his wedding ring, I'm sorry, but
she's still wearing
Gwyneth
hers.
Instagrammed a photo of her wearing her wedding ring. So only time will tell what's the real scoop on that.
Oh, it's over. All right, look, Micah, thank you very much for coming.
You.
For more information on these stories, go to MicahJesse.com. Up next, everybody, the always entertaining Tichina Arnold is here. Okay, so our next guest is one of my faves. You know, she was on the iconic sitcom Martin and Everybody Hates Chris. And now she stars with Whoopi Goldberg in the new Lifetime movie called A Day Late and a Dollar Short. Take a look. Please welcome the very funny Tichina Arnold.
That's for you.
Okay.
We win foundation. My sister and I, we have a foundation.
Lupus.
For lupus, yes.
Thank you.
Let me
give you shoe cam. Put your feet down here.
Okay, shoe cam. Oh, you have a real camera.
Yes, look. Yes.
Oh my goodness. BCBG, Max Mara.
Everybody needs a camera in their coffee table.
And I pay. I love that. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I paid full price for these bitches too.
How have you been?
I've been amazing. Thank you for having me back.
Yes.
Now, you were on vacation.
Yes. You're
How
my
was
first
your
guest
vacation?
back. The vacation was nice.
What did you do?
What? Traveling with my family and stayed at home in Jersey and cleaned stuff up.
Don't you love being home? I love being home.
It's my favorite place. I only travel out of obligation because you have to.
Yeah. Gotta keep it rolling. You got a show to run, girl.
Well,
you got a show.
You can't ruin it for your kids, you know? Like, if it were up to me, I'd stay in the house all the time. But when you have kids, I know you have a 10-year-old, right?
I have a 10-year-old going on 25 this year.
Yeah,
she's going on 25.
I saw a picture of her. She looks going on 25.
She's a mess,
Do we have that
honey.
picture? Okay. She is cute. Her nose is such a little button.
It's a button nose.
And how do you do her hair? What do you do? Because she looks
We
fantastic.
braid it because she has really wonderfully nappy hair.
Yes.
And we braid it. I put some like moisturizer in
Right.
it, Mix Chicks.
Yes.
And when it's wet, I braid it up, corn roll it,
Yes.
and in the morning I let it out.
Let it out.
And it's, you know, it's a good mix for, you know, her keeping her natural look. Because I don't like when people put perms. I
Yes.
told her she can't have a perm until she pays rent.
Now this looks like one of those comp cards that actors and actresses use. Is she acting?
Listen, this one is going to be beyond anything I could ever even imagine.
Yeah.
Like this picture, she got 5,000 hits on my page.
Wow.
Within like half an hour. And I was like, oh, Elijah, look, I got 3,000 hits. She was like, well, I got 5,000 on your page.
Wow. Now, okay, so, and she's an only child.
Only child, girl, I can't do no more. I'm
So-
good. I've made my contribution to society.
Yes,
And that's it's like having five.
So conversation is you and she. There's no other kids running through the house. Do you
no.
talk to her about
Yeah.
birds and bees?
All of it. She spits stuff at me. Like when you're a mom of a little girl, you gotta be ready for anything.
Yeah.
Like, cause you have a boy.
Yes.
Completely, totally different worlds.
Yes.
Completely.
Does she want to spray your good perfume?
And
and
she's in my
up in
heels.
your beads and your
Everything. Everything. I'm so happy she's not my size yet, but she's getting up there. But girls, it's a constant brain game all day. she'll hit me with stuff like she just hit me with Beyonce. She was like, well, Mom, because, you know, she loves Beyonce.
Yes,
she
all the
worships
little
her.
girls do.
Beyonce loves her as well.
Yes.
She put her in a concert, you know. She put her in a videotape of her and Solange's son dancing together. I surprised her, and we flew to France, my husband and I. We flew her to France. She knew she was going to the concert. She didn't know she was in the concert.
Wow.
So I wanted to...
I'm curious, what did she say about Beyonce?
So her friends were talking, and they were like, well, you know, Beyonce is not age appropriate, you know. I guess the parents, and you know, I said, Elijah, we've been watching Beyonce since she was young. You're watching her grow, and exactly what's happening with Beyonce is happening with you right now.
What is she saying? Because she's like, too sexy, or
no? Well, Beyonce is coming of age. She's a mother now. This is a time for her to be sexy. This is a time for her to. I love it.
When I was doing Hot Topics, I was saying that she was at Coachella. Have you ever been to Coachella? Because that's your coast.
I was there when they did the hologram of Snoop, and I mean of Tupac and Snoop.
Okay.
It was amazing.
You stayed out there all day, 90 degrees.
I went there for the main event.
Yes. And then you went home.
I cheated.
Did you wear poom poom shorts?
No, I can't do the poom poom anymore because the boom boom is just too. Yeah, no.
But you've always had a nice body. Like on Martin, remember how butt just tight and right.
Thank you for helping me live in the past, but that was the past.
Do you exercise?
You know, I try to, but you know, the older you get, I don't want to do I don't want to be in the gym 5 hours a day. I don't like yoga. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I want the fast and quick and easy way out. And I just, like I said on the last time I was here, I don't eat anything that's white.
Got it. No pasta, no bread,
no
no
pasta,
nothing.
no bread, no anything. If it's
Vanilla
white,
ice cream.
it ain't right.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's simple.
All right, so now you've been married for 2 years. How's it going?
It's hard. It's so hard.
Tichina's husband, you know, is the coach of basketball here in New York at St. John's.
St. John's
So that means that you guys you have a bi-coastal relationship.
Yes, we do.
So every time you see each other, it's new and
He's
fresh.
in California. I left California. He had to fly to what do they call it? Recruit. Yeah. But it's going well. The distance is very hard at times. You know, it's very frustrating. And you know, you just got to get a lot of phone sex in. That's all.
A lot of phone sex. Yeah.
But don't post pictures.
Nope, exactly.
Do not post pictures
not
or
even
videos.
Not even with your husband,
No,
right? Would you
I
ever
don't
do a sex tape?
No, never. No.
I agree. Don't yell
No.
at me. Yell at them.
No.
Always thinking just because you're married
You
that
too
you can
old
trust.
for sex tapes. No.
In the meantime, I am an avid reader. Terry McMillan has always been one of my faves.
Gosh.
And she's got this book called A Day Late and a Dollar Short. Now it's turned into a Lifetime movie.
It's a Lifetime movie. I'm happy to be on Lifetime.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes. So it's you and Whoopi and Ving Rhames and
amazing cast. I was very excited about this project because it's Whoopi.
Yes.
Whoopi is freaking amazing. She's probably the coolest celebrity I know.
I know.
Honestly, she's so cool, and the cast, I knew everybody. We all knew each other. I never got a chance to work with Ving. I never got a chance to work with Nika and Kimberly and Kai. What an amazing, everybody brought their A game to this movie.
Did Whoopi bring her tour bus?
Yeah.
Did you go in there? It's legendary.
She invited me on. I didn't sneak on, because normally I would sneak on the tour bus. I didn't do that this time.
Did you take pictures or anything?
Yeah, I did a little more than that.
What'd you do?
I did a
video.
I did a video.
I love it.
I did a video.
Let's see.
Hey, Whoopi doesn't know I'm about to do this, but I'm on her bed on the bus. This is such a nice tour bus. Woo, this is how you live.
Tichina Arnold, thank you so much for being here. So nice to see you again. Everybody, A Day Late and a Dollar Short premieres on Lifetime Saturday, April 19th at 8 p.m. Up next, it's time for Ask Wendy. Welcome back. I want to congratulate one of my producers here, Dan Fitzpatrick, and his lovely wife, Amanda, on the birth of their identical twin girls, Riley and Kellen. No, wait, one's a boy and one's a girl. Two boys? 2 boys. Fantastic. They were born 7 weeks premature, but they're strong and healthy, and congratulations to the whole family, Fitzpatrick. And welcome to the Wendy family, kids. It's now time for Ask Wendy. How you doing?
How you doing, Wendy? I'm Cherise. Okay, so my ex-boyfriend cheated on me, and he had to get another girl pregnant. And during our relationship, he came real close with my mom because he don't have any parents. And so even though he broke my heart, my mom refused to cut him off. And so she invites him and the baby to our house where I live. So how do I tell her that she's wrong and she needs to cut him off?
How fast can we move out of the house?
I move probably in August.
Okay, here's what you tell your mother, okay, who apparently doesn't understand what being a mom is all about, in my opinion. You tell your mom, since she's got a new son and a new grandchild and a new daughter, that you'll be moving out and get back with you when she's cleared house from the rest. I don't care what his growing situation was like. He broke your heart and cheated and got another girl pregnant. What part of the game doesn't your mom understand, Mom? Good luck with your move.
Thank you.
All right. Everybody, up next, Glamour Magazine is here to show us the hottest trends for spring. Don't go far. Us from Glamour Magazine with the latest fashion trends for spring. What to wear this season is their fashion news editor, Rajni Jacques. Welcome to the show, Rajni.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, what are some of the must-have trends for the season?
Well, from Glamour, we are so excited to be here and so excited to show you the trends. The must-have trends are menswear shirting. Okay. Then we have the flat form, which is kind of like a cross between flats and a platform. So it's a slight platform. Then we have the paisley print, which is a super strong print.
Paisley's back.
Paisley is back, wow. Yes. And then the last one, we totally have the sporty theme clothing. Okay. Sporty theme.
Well, let's get the fashion show started. As usual, our models are from the Wendy audience. Our first model is Iris, and she's wearing the shirt trend.
Yes, so the shirting trend is super huge, and it's going into the women's wardrobe. But this is all about layering. So we took something that's oversized, and look how it's peekabooing outside of the skirt. Many people probably wouldn't do that, but just throw on your short skirt on top of the long, and look how chic and fresh this looks.
It's an interesting concept. So that's a shirt dress.
Yes, it's shirt dress. Or you can, if your boyfriend, your husband, he has an oversized one, just take theirs and just have it peekaboo on the bottom. It's different. It's not the traditional shirt.
You look cute,
right?
Yeah. And I like the shoes.
The shoes are great, and everything is so. Here's the thing. To be fashionable, you don't need to spend so much money. That skirt is from ASOS. It runs around $70. That shirt is around $170. You don't have to break the bank. And she looks chic. She looks great.
You really do,
Perfect
Iris.
for the office.
Thanks. Okay. Our next model is Shayna. Shayna, did I say it right? Shayna, I'm sorry, Shayna. She's wearing the mid-platform. Oh, this is what you're talking about.
This is the platform, yes. So here's the thing. Forget those ballet slippers that you have in your closet. It's time,
to change them for that?
Yeah, something that's practical, something that's stylish. Come on, Wendy, I know you can rock it.
Everything isn't for everybody.
But here's the thing. All right, fine with that one, but here's the thing. This is all about proportions. This is about, having it with the skirt that's midi length, and when I say midi length, I mean something that goes below the knee.
Okay.
So a trouser, a flouncy skirt. These shoes are from Zara, $100. So
interesting.
There you go.
And so, how do you feel in those shoes? I know they're easy to walk in, aren't they? Yeah.
Very comfortable.
Thank you very much. Let's bring our next model out. Our next model is Griselle. And Griselle is wearing the paisley. I love this. Love it.
Giselle is turning it out. Here's the thing with paisley. All you need is one key piece. One key piece, and then you complement it from the colors. You see there's purple, there's orange, but what we did was we paired it with a purple top.
She has dreamt of this day. Would you
she is working it. Yes, Griselle.
You look fantastic, Griselle.
Thank you. And here's another tip is to anchor the whole look with black.
Gotcha.
Keep it together. It's classic, and those shoes are $20 from Priceless.com.
Oh, good.
$20.
Griselle, you're beautiful.
Griselle.
Thank you. Our final model is Kristen, and she's wearing the sportswear trend.
Yep, here we go.
I love this. I love this. I do. Yeah, go ahead, talk about it.
But here's the thing. It's not about going to a baseball game and just being all sportied out. It's about the materials. It's about the mesh.
Yeah.
It's about the fabrics. That skirt is mesh. And then take a look at those shoes. Zara, $130.
Cute.
They're meshy, too. And then you just throw on a T-shirt.
She's got on a T-shirt and a nylon jacket with the and you look so
good
sporty
to go.
Look like a girl.
Yes.
Thanks, Kristen. To celebrate spring, everybody, guess what we brought back? The legendary Diva Fan. We gave it a makeover. Come on, let's get some Diva Fan. Woo! Woo!
having me.
We'll be right back with Wendy fan feedback. Work the fan girls, go. It's time for Wendy fan feedback. You know, Lindsay Lohan, we were talking about it during Hot Topics, her docu-series, she thinks has hurt her chance for a comeback. And here's what you say on my Facebook page. Frederick C. says, the show did hurt Lindsay's career. She acts like an immature brat who refuses to film when she's supposed to and whines about everything. She hurt her own career, not Oprah. Pam M. says, Oprah threw Lindsay a life jacket. She needs to get her head together and grab it before it's too late. Oh, it's too late. All the shows are shot. So it's too late for Oprah to save her. And then Guillermo R. says, Oprah only helped Lindsay to get ratings for her network. Well, no, not true, because the show is not rating that well on the OWN network, because nobody cares about Lindsay. And Lindsay needs to, Guillermo goes on to say, Lindsay needs to be left alone. When she realizes she has no career or friends, that's when she'll hit rock bottom and help herself. Perhaps he's correct. Thank you all for your commentary. I love when you join in on our conversation here on the show. Facebook and Twitter is how you get at me, and we'll be right back. I'm so glad to be back off vacation and be here with you. I want to thank my guests today and my co-host, my studio audience for being here. Tomorrow, the fabulous Taraji P. Henson joins us, and we're going to show you the hottest makeup for spring and all the juicy hot topics, of course. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye!